chat.
Yes.
Easy going right there. Looking at one more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Three, two, one.
Hello, Breachers fans, and welcome back to VRML, where tonight we've got another banger of a matchup. Team Wicked versus SKS KAM. My name is Philibus. I'll be your host for the evening. Hope you guys are ready for some intense Breachers action, because both of these teams are hopefully going to give us exactly that. Let's take a look at that matchup screen here. So SKS KAM with the better record of 2-1. Wicked Esports coming in 1-1. They also have a draw on their record, but that draw is with Infinity Esports. So those of you who are keeping up with the scene will know that this matchup screen may perhaps be a little bit deceptive. Infinity, one of the better teams we've seen so far. And yeah, it should be an absolute super banger. SK KAM obviously also putting up some impressive numbers. So the rank 25 and 27th seed respectively, but we're only in a week 4 here of the preseason, so these rankings are still working themselves out. But as a caster, no bias here. I am just hoping to see some awesome Breachers action. If I take a look over at the oops, I closed my browser, of course I did. Take a look over at the let's not have any audio playing. The match page here. Well, see, I believe the connoisseurs were pretty close, however, slightly favoring Wicked Esports. Actually, I might be wrong. I think this one was a blowout on the connoisseur. Let's take a look. Yes, this was the blowout. My apologies. So 35 out of 35, a unanimous vote saying Wicked Esports is going to take this. So SKS KAM coming into this matchup as the absolute underdogs here. Let's see what they got. I mean, only way to go. All they want to do is disappoint 35 people, you know? But apparently, nobody in the SKS KAM corner here tonight. But, like I said, VRML webpage, vrmasterleague.com. Why don't you head on over there if you want to get involved, even just as a spectator. You can vote on which matches you want to see casted, which teams you think are going to win. You can get those connoisseur votes in. And also, if you want to get involved in the Breachers competitive, you can join a team, create your own team, everything. Breachers, the competitive league is a great way for people of any skill level to get involved with competitive Breachers. Even if you're a lower skill level, it's actually maybe even better for you, because you'll get matched up with other teams closer to your skill level. Skill-based matchmaking, as they call it. So you will get more competitive matches no matter where you're at. vrmasterleague.com if you want to head on over there. We're just waiting for a few more members to join the server here before we get started. But yeah, vrmasterleague.com. I'm a huge fan of VRML. I have been since the good old Echo Arena days. Sad to see Echo go. Let me get some sad faces in the chat for one of the greatest games ever created. Echo Arena, unfortunately, ish going bye-bye. Let's take a moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence for Echo. Oh, still gonna wait for a few more members to join up in the server here. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I see a couple people already popping up in the chat, even though with the delay, these people are still looking at the intro screen. We've got Jay, Solo, Stanky. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the show. There's 2 remaining members to join up. While we are waiting, let me take care of a couple things on the sidelines. Wrong link. Oh, shoot. While we are waiting, though, like I was saying, let me take a second to talk about this tonight's sponsors. The sponsors for tonight's stream, of course, being ProTube VR. ProTube creating some of the best gun stocks on the market. I have a very unique setup for my MagTube, but this is the MagTube by ProTube, fully customizable. You can set up in so many different ways. I have a very weird foregrip kind of setup, but it locks into the back here. I did not plan this ahead of time, so I don't have everything set up, but very cool. This little magnet cup on the bottom of the controller, and this is compatible with all different types of VR headsets, but it locks in, unsnaps just like that, and then it locks into place. stabilizes your aim in any VR shooter. So if, like me and pretty much every other human being on the planet, you suffer from shaky aim, check out the stocks by ProTube, particularly the MagTube. Bit pricey, but if you're paying for the quality there, and it definitely is. I have a whole wall of gun stocks. That's the only one I ever use, so definitely check out ProTube. Also, HyperX creating some of the best peripherals. I don't have any HyperX gear on me right now, sadly, but they create awesome keyboards, microphones especially, and headsets particularly. I know a bunch of people have HyperX headsets, and they are absolutely phenomenal pieces of equipment, especially the wireless ones. From what I understand, they last forever, and they're just great audio quality. They're just durable. If you don't want any issues with your equipment, you're sick of stuff breaking on you, check out some HyperX gear. And last but not least, Triangle Factory. Of course, we got to thank Triangle Factory for making such an amazing game. If you guys don't know what Breachers is, I can explain it for you real quick. Breachers is a 5 versus 5 competitive tactical shooter in virtual reality. If you're familiar with non-virtual reality games of a similar nature, it's a bit of a cross between Rainbow Six Siege and Counter-Strike, or Valorant, if you want to have it that way. More so Counter-Strike, because there's no agents and abilities, just utility. It has the same main concepts of Breachers, where there are two teams. The one team, the Revolters it's called in this game, are the defenders, and they have planted 2 bombs that will spawn randomly inside of a building, and the attackers, they're called enforcers and Breachers, have to breach into that building, get control, and plant an EMP device to defuse those bombs and stop them from going off. Each round has a 3-minute time limit, and the thing it has from Counter-Strike that is not in Rainbow Six Siege is the... Oh, I didn't clear the kit. We're getting a bunch of random clips from the last match. I might want to clear those. The thing that it has from archive replays, there we go. I'll do it. Is the economy. I'm sorry, let me back to where I was talking about. The economy. So at the beginning of the round in this game, both teams start with a certain amount of money. The first round of each half will be the pistol, where teams start with just 900 cash, and they can only afford pistols. The cheapest SMG, of course, being the Omen at 1100, is inaccessible. So you'll see nothing but pistols on the first round of every half, and based off of winning or losing and getting kills and things like this and planting the diffuser, you earn more money for your team. So there's an economic strategy layered on top of just the basic defuse the bomb, and it is a race to 7 rounds. Just go ahead and give it. Still waiting on one more. Let me go ahead and give the thumbs up. Yeah, very awesome game. Tactical shooter. One of the most fun VR shooters. I've played a bunch in the past, and this is the first one to really suck me in. And just I saw it come out, and I realized the night before that it was launching the next day, and I was like, I gotta buy this. I changed my stream title. I was like, we're gonna play this tomorrow on stream and see if it's any good. And from that point on, I pretty much haven't played any other VR shooter. It's just taken over most of my entire gaming career. After this particular match, I actually have a match with my own team. Starts in a couple of hours. I believe that is also going to be casted here on this exact channel. So if you guys want to see some more Breachers action after this game, go ahead and check the next cast out. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, you're going to see a lot more casts coming in the future. We've got over 100 teams, almost 100 teams at least, just in the North America region, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, there's a lot of teams signed up to play Breachers here for the preseason, and it's only the preseason. Imagine how big this can grow after season 1 and season 2 when people realize how awesome of a game this is. As we do have, I believe, all members finally joined into the service, so we should be getting underway any minute. If you guys are as hyped as I am for this one, I did not manage to get the maps, but let's see if I can sneak. They haven't voted either. Oh, they have voted. So in 13 seconds, I'll be able to tell you what the first map is going to be. We play a best of 3 series. So the first team to win 2 maps will take the series. Capable of a draw if both teams tie the map 6-6. It looks like we are going to go over to Factory here. It's going to be the first map. Get started. But yeah, like I said, teams can tie the series 1-1 with a draw, or just by drawing all 3 maps. However, something a bit unique to VRML, even if a team wins the series in 2 maps, we will go to a 3rd map. It will not be a decider for the series, but every round counts in VRML towards a player's what's called their ELO score. And this is sort of a matchmaking value that helps decide how much a team advances up or down in ranking. So the more rounds that you can win against your opponent, the better it will be for your ELO. And the more rounds you lose, the worse it will be. So we're seeing a pretty typical mild investment. Not a lot of defensive utility, but Cyclones and Spectrals on the hands of everybody here on Team SKS. So the sides are correct. And we are going to see an orange side breach. There's 4 members here from Team Wicked stacked outside of the orange halls. Sleepy Khan, Cleric, TBG Dog. Where is Basil Maz? He's coming over on the warehouse side, creating a little bit of a pinch. Gonna see the aggression come in pretty quickly here onto the B bomb site. Khan foaming up that wall. Faded, waving his hands over the bomb site. I'm not sure if that's a bit of a tactical bait. Oh, TB Jog finding the headshot over on the electric side. I'm really interested to see how this first engagement is going to go here on B. The wall gets blown. Switch over to the defender's angle. They're going to be able to see both sides. Fight comes in. You also got the Balsamaz coming from the back. Sleepy finding 2 nice headshots there with Taurus. Finally, some cross headshots coming in. Now it's all down to Night Tide here in the connector. And Balsamaz is going to find the headshot there and shut that round down, as I am not in the proper thing to catch the replay. Hopefully I caught something there. Oh, no. That's not good. That is not the replay that I captured. Oh, man. I hope that that fixes itself. Let's just cross our fingers. We'll try one more replay, and if that doesn't work, we'll see what happens. But anyways, Wicked Esports going to take the first round here on Factory and go up 1-0 over SKS KAM. Might just be that archives replay button didn't work. Let me try that again now that it's not playing live replays. That might be what it was. Let's archive replays one more time. Fingers crossed that that will solve all of our problems. The replay buffer didn't actually start. So here, give me a moment. There we go. That is what the problem was. I figured out. We should be good moving forward, chat. Worry not. Uncle Philibus solved all the problems. Here we go. Going on to our second round here. We're on board with Team Wicked as they have bought up 3 Vezins. An interesting investment into this round. They're going to want to win this round and win it cleanly as TBGR quickly drops down and getting caught in the crossfire. Cleric also choosing to drop down. That's going to be a Vezin down, but they're quickly moving in to protect this position to stop anyone from SKS being able to pick that up as we see a double swing out the back. Cleric down to very few points of health. He is going to get dropped by Faded. Push comes in from Sleepy. He finds the first one. Faded comes around the corner, and Sleepy cleaning up with a nice little triple kill there to absolutely seal that round out. And yes, that did fix it. Perfect. Maybe not the best camera work here, but Sleepy 1, 2, and 3. Oh, looks like he quickly killed Night Tide around the corner and flicked while spraying. Nice little spray transfer there to sweep around and pick up that 3rd kill and finish out the round. So Sleepy Penguin already 5-0 on the scoreboard, as you can see. But now we're going to see the first gun round from SKS. Let's see if they can get their first round on the board. They're going to have 4 Vezins in hand. Night Tide investing into a Viper. You can see him also putting some attachments for his teammates. Very interesting games, but the way that the economy works out, they do give everybody the opportunity to buy pretty much anything you want for your teammates. So if one teammate manages to stack up a little bit more money in the bank, he is able to buy attachments, buy extra utility, and drop it for his teammates, or even just straight buy his teammate a gun and drop that. So a very cool, interesting way. On the side of Wicked, though, we are seeing Balsamaz sticking with the Taurus here, despite having a lot of money in the bank. As Khan, looks like once again we're going to see a similar play to the first time. Sleepy over here with a drone play, clearing out the storage. Let's go on board with the drone. Looking for trips, working into that B bomb site again. Looks like this keeps changing on me. Whoops, sorry. Want that all on. Did that drone finally get taken out? And we are going to see a push here into the B bomb site. Once again, nice little static. Slow them down. And once again, you've got Fade doing this little wave over the top. If I can find the perfect camera spot here to see all the action. Maybe a rotation now, as it looks like they've rotated over to the electrical side of the map. Let's go on board with Khan here, as Khan throwing some util back to his teammate is going to be the spear of this attack. Finds the first one, evens it up to a 4v4. Cleric dropping solo as well, and the crossfire comes in. Khan picks up Rao Noke. Now down to a 4v2, as it's just Simon S. Salty, who just drops as I'm about to switch over to Faded in a 1 versus 4. Desperately trying to get that first opening pick to make this round a little bit more doable. Gets the back of Sleepy, looking the wrong way. Sleepy caught sleeping. But still, 1 versus 3. And Cleric finds the perfect time and to peek his head up over that box. And that's Wicked Esports going up 3-2. Put the view a little bit. 3-0. As we come back. And we're going to go on board. It's going to be a tough round here for SKS. Being that the economy was absolutely shattered, they fully invested into that last round, so not going to have a lot of money working in towards this 4th round. It's difficult. It's difficult. They're starting here on defense on Factory, and you'd like to see them get a couple of rounds on the board if you're an SKS fan, but the connoisseur votes are leading us to believe that perhaps it's going to be a bit of a struggle. A bit of a struggle here for SKS, as the connoisseur has predicted. But, you know, we're just getting started here. You know, give them some time to loosen up, getting a little bit of a flow, get a couple rounds on the board, and perhaps we will see breakout performances from a new up-and-coming team on the side of SKS. Everybody loves an underdog story. Switching over to Wicked. Looks like we've got 2 members on the roof, 2 members over here on this blue staircase side, and the 3rd and final member, who is that? Awesome As, way over here, working up the orange staircase side for a little bit of a pinch. So, on board with the drone with Sleepy. He's going to spot 2 members of SKS in that locker room. It's going to be difficult for them to pop this drone with just pistols in hand, bobbing and weaving, and the Cleric drops in for the trade. Beautiful coordination between Cleric and the drone there. As the nade comes in. And now we see them piling in towards this locker room side. Khan's going to drop 1. Push coming through. Balsamas finding a 2nd. And TBG Dark. It's a clean aggression there from Team Wicked, as it's all down to Faded, getting caught right as the wall is blown there from Sleepy. Not much you can do there. 4-0 now. As once again, you should see SKS capable of buying into some weaponry this round. So let's see what they can put on the board. 4 Vezins bought up, and once again, it's going to be Night Tide. Actually getting dropped a Vezin. Just putting attachments. Yeah. So if you take a look at Night Tide here, I bet you see everybody dropping him their gun, and he is going to put all those attachments. We're talking holographic or red dot sights, extended magazines, foregrips, suppressors, all kinds of attachments. There's a lot of options in this game. And that's just with the guns. We've got the utility, which we're seeing a little bit of a scarcity. Not a lot of money to work with on SKS, but over on the side of Team Wicked, you see them stacked up with health syringes, active camouflages, frag grenades, smoke grenades, breaching foam here on the hands of Khan. So let's go on board with Khan and see what the plan is going to be. Once again, you've got Sleepy Penguin with the drone. That's not Sleepy Penguin. That's Sleepy. Very similar setup as we've seen on the last 2 times on this bomb site. They're going to work in and take control of this storage room. And very wisely choosing to go up orange stairs and clear out the top. Perhaps we'll see a... This makes me think that perhaps one of his teammates is going to rotate up, take control of the hatches. Nice little head peek spot here from Khan. Solo finding the roamer in Balsamaz. So the battle of the roamers goes over to SKS, and that's a man advantage now. As we see the push coming through, and Simon finds Sleepy, and that's going to be a 5v3 situation. So this is a perfect opportunity. I'm not sure why the camera switched there. It's a perfect opportunity for SKS to put one on the board. Renoke does drop and faded in a bit of a gunfight. They do manage to trade out TBG Dog. So 3v2 now. Cleric finding the trade onto Nightfire there. And now the pressure's on Wicked. They have established a little bit of control here on the B bomb site, but not enough to get the EMP planted just yet, as Cleric still popping some shots with that active camo through this newly opened hole in the wall. Benefits of that breaching foam will allow you to create some holes and adapt the environment to your team's favor. Always ready for the flank to come in. Finding the headshot on the Salty, now down to a 2v2, and we're going to see Cleric picking up the kill onto Faded. Now it's all down to Solo in a 1v2 situation. He's going to get the kill on the Khan. 1v1 now. Position pinged out. He knows where he is. Going to get the reload to come in. Gets back around the corner into a safer position towards this fax machine room. Now holding the angle. Will the Precus advantage come out to play for Cleric? He gets some damage with Stringent Hand. Managed to heal that right back up. Rotating around. Not seeing the audio cue, and Cleric is going to be the one who comes out on top of the 1v1, putting Wicked Esports up 5-0 here on Factory. Very clean start there from Wicked. Oh, brutal start if you're an SKS fan, but the connoisseurs will be happy that so far this match has started out exactly the way that they predicted. Final round now of the first half. So we're going to see SKS buy whatever they can. Team Wicked, on the other hand, with plenty of money to work with. See Cleric with everything he already needs for this round and already at the money cap of $7,500. For those of you who are new, you can follow along with the action I'm talking about by looking down at the... Put my mouse on the screen. Does the mouse show up? No, it does not. If you look down at the bottom left and the bottom right, you see those yellow and blue HUD indicators. They'll show you the remaining health of all the teammates. And in the bottom right of each rectangle, you will see a number. That is how much cash that particular player has. Bottom right on the blue side, bottom left on the yellow side. You can also see which guns they're using, as well as what utility they are holding. We're going to see a heavy stack towards the orange, the top of the orange staircase. 4 members here, while TBG Dog on his lonesome down here in the orange staircase. A bit of a... It's going to look like he's going to get the timing here on round. Okay, just barely doesn't get the timing. Wild as the breach does come in on the roof, and we are going to see Sleepy Penguin once again with that drone. Leading the charge for the team, just cleaning out the top floor. Meanwhile, TBG Dog popping some shots through the A-bomb site. It looks like they want to take control and pop some hatches. Oh, as we see a couple more members working on the staircase. Khan getting the tail end of that engagement, taking a bunch of damage, ripped down to 10 points of health. And the spams come through. I'll bet you SKS is feeling the pressure. A bunch of bullets just start whizzing by. Faded here with nothing but a Taurus to defend. Popping shots through that wall. The nade comes through. It's a solid nade, but doesn't find any damage onto Salty. Awesome as on the roam is going to pick up Rawanoke. Nice nade in. Going to do some damage onto Faded. Actually, I believe that was some wall spam there. And it looks like all 5 members of Wicked now ready to push in onto this A bomb site. The wall gets blown. The instant push from Khan gets shut down by Salty, but Faded still unspotted, but the crossfire is too good. Instantly gets picked up, and now it's Solidoke on the flank. Oh, through the hatch. And I just missed it. Solidoke with 2 nice picks through the hatch. And Balsamaz here to respond. with that active camo. The EMP did not get planted. Solo was able to shut that plant down. Now just Cleric. Now just Cleric, I should say. I was gonna say just Cleric. And Basil. I've been calling him Balsam Maz. It's Basil Maz. Silly baboon filibust. Cleric now in a 1v3. If they want the clean 7-0 sweep, he's gonna have to clutch up here. Push into the connector. And immediately caught in the crossfire between Salty and Night Tide there. That's gonna be a 5-1 scoreline of the first half. As we switch sides now. Team Wicked gonna be moving over to the defense. SKS will now be attacking. Moving into the pistol round. Let's see what the investment is going to be here. Breaching foam and a couple of syringes on the attacking side for SKS. And on the defense, 3 Tauruses. Taurus, if you don't know, is the hand cannon of the game. Closest thing you get to a one-shot kill. At most ranges, it will do just that. So 3 hand cannons, a spectral, a frag grenade, and now Khan over here. Looks like he's sticking with just a Jesper. And actually just saving up 500 cash for the next round. Not a lot of defensive util to go out, except for the frag grenade and 1 healing syringe now in the hand of Sleepy Penguin. So now it is SKS's turn to attack. Let's see what they've got for us. Grab some water and accidentally unplugged my headphones. All right, and the first fight's going to come in the locker room. Cleric here to defend is going to back up that nade. TBD Jog also over the top. I believe he is completely blinded. Yes, he was. First point of defense here with that hand cannon. Look for the headshots as the push comes in from behind. Solo managed to find Cleric and a nice little 181 tap from TBG, but not able to clean up. But Sleepy Penguin is there to back him up with 2 nice headshots with the Taurus. And now it's just round okay. And Faded. Where is Faded? Faded has creeped his way up onto that blue staircase. Positioned yet undiscovered. He's going to have to open this round up for his teammates as all 3 members of Wicked have backed up onto the bomb site wisely. Oh, excuse me as I grab some water with a nice headshot there from Sleepy to leave round okay in a 1v3. This pistol being a very important round, especially if you're an SKS fan. In order to get back into this map, they really need to win this. Sets their economic situation up in a great way. And if they lose this, it's Wicked Esports going over to map point. Meaning they will need just 1 more round at that point to seal the deal. Not to mention, for the next round, they will have a bit of money advantage. Probably see them invest into a couple of rifles, which will make it difficult for SKS to keep them from winning said map on the next round. Nonoke picks up a 2nd healing syringe. A little bit of pre-fire into the lab desk. Less than a minute, I should say, left on the clock. Interesting choice here to go ahead and throw those syringes off outside. Very wise choice from Rauneke, because if he loses this round, now Team Wicked is no longer going to be able to farm those syringes. See, they only bought 1. The max you can buy for a team is 2, as Sleepy Penguin is going to shut it down. I finished my thought process here. The maximum a team can buy is 2 syringes, but you can carry more than 2 over from the next round. So with the 1 they've bought and the 2 that he was carrying, they would have been able to push themselves up to 3 syringes. And now you see they're only going to be able to buy 1 more. They're going to be capped at 2. But despite the number of healing syringes, it's a bit more than just that, because like I said, Wicked now investing into 2 rifles have the advantage, and they are on map point. So SKS need to figure out some sort of attacking plan to win this next round, or it's curtains here on Factory, and we will be going to our 2nd map, which will be either Skyscraper or Hideout. Interesting placement of some tripwires here into the shelf. I like this. I like this. An unsuspecting member who does not see these faint little red lasers coming to walk through the storage will be in for a rude awakening. As it is going to be a play for the orange side. We see all 5 members spread out between the lobby windows and the orange staircase side. Salty working upstairs. TBG Dog with a nice headshot onto Raunoke through the window there from the storage side. And already not looking good as it's a 4v5. Ooh, wrong button here. 4v5 already. They are going to fade up this wall. Maybe we'll see a bit of a coordinated attack. But TBG Dog from the storage room catching Solodoke from the upstairs. On board with Night Tide and C as he seems to be leading the charge for his team. KAM is going to find Salty over in that electric hallway. Util coming through. He's going to foam up this wall. I believe KAM was close enough to hear that audio cue of the wall getting foam. And it's just faded in Night Tide and a 2v5. Fighted pushes into the window just in time to avoid the aggression there. Out the window. Oh, and vaults back out and catches some more aggression from TBG Dog. Through that storage side. Now it's a 1 versus 5. It's going to have to be the ace clutch to keep them alive. And he's not going to do it. KAM going to clean things up for Wicked Esports. Taking our first map here on Factory with a scoreline of 7-1. Dominant performance. Oh no, here, I'll go ahead and re-spam that transition. Still didn't get it. Let me try one more time. What's the worst that could happen, right? There it is. Wicked Esports taking your first map here on Factory with a dominant 7-1 scoreline. As I said, let's take a look at the stats from the map. TBG Dog. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the assists. Sleepy with a dominant performance of 10 kills and backed up by 3 banger teammates. Cleric, TBG Dog, and KAM all on 8 kills respectively. Dominant. Like I said, unfortunate. You're not seeing a lot of numbers put up on the side of SKS. They just weren't quite able to get the ball rolling in any of those rounds. It looks like our next map is going to be Hideout. I will go ahead and let the players know that we're just about ready to jump in to the next match. I believe they're all still ready. And yes, we are going to go ahead and get started on Hideout map 2. SKS is going to be starting on the offense this time with Team Wicked on the defense. And yeah, luckily for SKS, Hideout statistically I believe has shown to be so far our most attack favored. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, most offense favored. The Skyscraper is our most defensive favorite, I believe, and Factory is a bit defensive favored, a bit more than Hideout anyway. So starting on the attack, hopefully they will still be able to get off to a little bit of a better start than they did on Factory. At 5-1 scoreline, even though they did get 1 round on the board at the end, it's difficult to come back when you don't have much slack to work with. So we're not seeing, yeah, similar setup. 3 Tauruses, 1 healing syringe for the defense from Team Wicked. And for the attacking side, we've got Salty. Gonna be see a breach from Raunoke. Salty peeking through the window, and 2 members out on the balcony are going to be crunching quickly as Night Tide drops in and finds TBG Dog. Vault in from Salty. Lobby control now over to SKS. This is the start exactly that they needed, but KAM down on the wall. I forgot he was down here. Finds 1, but quickly traded by Salty down to a 4v3. The wall gets blown quickly. Night Tide rotating in from the bottom floor. And the fight's coming in as Basil over here trying to contest. And now it's Sleepy. And Cleric with the crossfire to defend. Cleric finds 1. Sleepy getting tagged. Night Tide. Salty manages to drop Cleric. Now it's just Sleepy and Basil in a 2v3. The damage is done though. Raunoke down to just 2 points of health. Not a lot between him and his 2 teammates as well. Nice little cheeky angle from Sleepy here. I have never seen this. This is brilliant. His stim is going to recharge. He's going to... Oh no. Looks like he accidentally opened his Steam or Oculus menu, respectively. Here comes the plant. And Sleepy in the perfect position to deny. finding the headshot onto Salty, and now it's a 2v2. Not a lot of health remaining. Night Tide now. Trying to figure out a way to breach. And it's going to be Basil and Sleepy to shut it down. Wicked Esports going up 1-0 on Hideout. It started out strong. However, Wicked cleaning it up. Did I miss? Yeah. Showing signs of life, though. I like the mentality. They came in swinging. Nice little execute there into the lobby. And, yeah, let's see if they can take those small signs of life and get a little bit of momentum rolling. We're going to see a couple of Vezins spot out on Team Wicked. This round's going to be tough. 3 Vezins in the hands of Khan, Sleepy, and Basil, respectively. Oh, Basil's dropping attachments for Cleric, excuse me. So, not a heavy investment into utility, but the weaponry, especially with 3 Vezins. Now, here's the risk with buying 3 Vezins, right? 3 Vezins obviously gives you a better chance of winning this round, of course. However, when you buy 3, that means those 3 people aren't going to be able to buy Vezins the next round. So you need to win it with at least 3 people remaining to have a fully kitted out Vezin buy on round number 3. So let's see if Team Wicked can do just that. Let's see. Going to be a wine side push. Is a nice nade from Fade is going to pick up Cleric on the backside. And we're going to see 3 members here pushing in. Solo is going to be leading the charge here. Let's go on board with Solo as he pushes into this wine. He's with his teammate Basil. Oh, this is out. I meant to be on Solo. I hit the wrong button. Just missing it there. But Solo getting dropped with a nice headshot from the Taurus from Basil. And Sleepy finding Night Tide there as well. And it looks like Salty's going to want to rotate back around and meet up with Faded, who is coming down this big staircase. It's a 2v4 now. And with 3 Vezins against you. Khan going to shut down the attack right away. It's just Faded now on a 1v4 with nothing but the Jesper. Manages to pick up the Spectral. A little bit of an upgrade, but the EMP is still down. And getting pushed by 2 members with Vezins is going to be a difficult task for anybody. And it's going to be Wicked going up 2-0, as we predicted. But it was a save round from SKS, so all is not lost. They just need to buy into this round and get the ball rolling. That's what it comes down to. We did see all 3, at least 3 members, 4 members alive there for Team Wicked. So all of those Vezins are going to be recovered in this round. You're going to see a full buy from them on round 3. Whereas the money's still a little hurting for SKS. Got Night Tides having to stick with the Viper and Solo rocking a Taurus. But 3 Vezins in hand. Bit of util to work with. Breaching Foam. Frag Grenade. A Flashbang. You got the tools you need. Now you just need to put a round on the board and get the ball rolling. Let's take a look at the defensive setup. We've got a static field emitter here on A. Going to be once again a top floor bomb site situation. Couple of sneaky trip mines over here. I like the positioning here. And that's about it. Looks like Night Tide gonna immediately blow the hatch while his teammates, very similar spread that we saw on the pistol. 1 on the roof, 1 on the window, 2 on the balcony. This time they've got 1 more in, is that Raunoke over there? Raunoke. Let's go on board with him as he works his way up the staircase very quickly and fast control they want to take. This is an interesting position for the proxy sensor. It will get traded out, but it is going to give Wicked the information that they need to know that it is another lobby hit. Similar idea on the attack. Solo Dolo wanting to get aggressive. EMP in hand and just a Taurus to his name, but if he can get the headshot, it would open up the round nicely. Sleepy going to pick out Raunoke through that A window. Looks like he got a bit aggressive. TBG and Solo in a little jiggle peek battle. Flash comes in. I don't believe that hit its mark. Now it's Fate. Oh, I just missed it as Faded coming up the staircase, getting dropped by Sleepy. Simon Salty popping some shots through. Solo gonna drop downstairs. Night Tide trying to foam up the walls. Basil catches Solo on the downstairs. And TBG Dog catches Night Tide. Now it's just Simon in a 1v5 and quickly shut down by TBG Dog. And that's gonna be a clean 3-0 start from Team Wicked once again. putting on a master class here on a hideout. They want to finish this series in 2. They don't want it to go to a map 3 decider. You can tell they showed up to play here tonight. Unfortunate if you're an SKS fan. You have not yet been able to get the ball rolling. Couple of close rounds. Seeing some signs of life. Some kills starting to pour through, but just not able to establish map control. And yeah, the momentum just swinging. As we see a little bit of shenanigans with the hands being waving at each other through the door saying, hey, we know you're here. You're also here. Perhaps a little bit of a menacing yet caressing touch there from Solo through the door. You know what's coming. Anyway, we're going to see the 4th round gets underway here, and the attack is going to be towards the B bomb site as the hands through the walls. Oh, a nice little kill through the wall. TBG Dog manages to trade out. Night trade on that. It looks like he got aggressive there. Through the front door or killed him through the garage door, but it's a 4v4. As Solo just absolutely dropping Sleepy through the wall. And the wall does get blown now. Blown up, that is. A bit of a rotation round. Noke wanting to push into this storage with the bomb in hand. That proxy sensor giving away his position, but Simon managing to kill the aggression. It looks like TBG Dog tried to get aggressive again through that laundry window, and now we're seeing 2 members take control of the garage. The hatch was blown. EMP is down here. But as you can see, Solo has blown this hatch and is now holding an angle through for his teammates. And they are trying to establish control of this storage room, and it's going to be up to Basil here. See if Basil, and also Cleric with a nice position here to peek through that as the foam comes in. I don't believe he hears the foam through the door blocker. Door blocker gets blown. He sees the foam now. Door gets blown. He gets the first pick onto Fade, and it's going to be a crossfire as he's going to get a peek from his teammate, but doesn't necessarily need the help. The push comes in from Simon on the other side and catches Basil in the parkour. Now it's a 1v2. Salty with it all to do. Manages to find the first one on a Cleric, and now it's a 1v1, but Khan manages to shut it down. And once again, Team Wicked continue this tear of dominance. Going up 4-0 now. Solid effort there from Salty with just 26 points of health. That's going to be 1 bullet from the Vezin, able to shut it down. Signs of life, like I'm saying, when they get these full buy rounds, it literally comes down to the 1v1. They are so close. They're just so close. Just one little notch. If they could just shift it up 1 gear, find that little extra bit in the tank, get that slight edge, perhaps you would see these rounds going to the way of SKS, and the momentum swing would be a little bit different. But time and time again, we see them coming up just a tad short. As Wicked here, as Cleric looks for an interesting position there of the proxy sensor. Behind the curtain, Sleepy dropping a static there. And Sleepy also the door blocker. We see 1 door blocker already placed. Got 1 more door blocker to throw down. He's going to throw it in the back hall, as I suspected. A very powerful position to have a door blocker. It allows, it slows the press from the attackers. Speaking of the attackers, once again, quickly, instantly blowing the hash to get the round underway. Unfortunately, Faded on the balcony, getting picked off by another aggressive move from TBG Dog out the window. And we're going to see Night Tide dropping in quickly, trying to establish control. The fight comes in from Khan, and Khan comes out on top. As now it is Simon and Raunoke. Simon rotating back onto the rooftop. Raunoke still trying to take this fight on the balcony, spamming some shots through that wall. Oh, and catching volley Razel right through the door. He was just trying to break the door, but instantly finding the catch. But oh, he runs into the double trip, and now it's just down to Salty. Where is Salty? As Salty gets the first one, but quickly traded by Sleepy. That is unfortunate. Double trip to the face. Pushing all the wrong buttons there. Missed the action, but the story continues. SKS trying not to go down without a fight, but it is 5-0. The round scores showing how dominant a performance this is from Team Wicked. All right, we've got a couple of door blockers. TBG Dog. Khan. Some util to put down. A couple trip mines are going down. We're going to see a door blocker go where, actually? Not sure. Sleepy. Going to place a nice little sneaky trip mine. Oh, look at that. Cherokee underneath the toolbox. And another. That one doesn't quite get through. Looks like he's going to have to reposition that. I've always got my little black notebook out when watching these teams play because you never know when you might learn something new. As it looks like the attack is coming in. Whoops. Night Tide with this drone, but it's not there in time to stop the spam through this wall. Catching Solo and now catching Simon. It's a 5v3 as the round does not go well. Round okay is there to get the trade on the drone, but Sleepy quickly trades it out, and just like that, it is a 1v4. This round was over as soon as it began almost. A quick aggression into the garage, getting quickly shut down as Khan is there to stop Night Tide from pushing in through the front door. Brutal. Absolutely brutal, and it's going to be the clean 6-0 as we move over to the second half. SKS on the defense. Now this is where it gets real tough. Backs right up against the wall. In order to have a chance at winning the series, they have to win all 6 rounds here on defense. Start with the pistol. Invest wisely into the second round. Win the second round clean enough to take those investments into the third round. It's possible, but they don't have any slack to work with. And even if they do win all 6 rounds, at that point, it's not a map win, it's a map tie, which puts them down 1-1 in the series. 1 loss, 1 draw. And they would then need to win the third map to have a chance at winning the overall series. We would be 1-1-1. And I'm not sure yet. We're still ironing out the complete rule set. I'm not sure if the series gets considered a tie or if they go to round wins as a tiebreaker. Exactly how that works, but we are going to... Oops, wrong button. We are going to get underway here on the first round of the second half, as it looks like all 5 members of Team Wicked, sneaky beaky like, working their way in to the wine cellar. Salty here to defend, but TBG Dog with the headshot. All 5 members here piling into wine. 5v4 man advantage. Backs against the wall, like I said, and SKS has to win this round as Night Tide gets a cheeky nade there. Does a lot of damage to KAM, but survives. There's 3 points of health. Night Tide manages to trade him, but the TBG Dog is there with the Taurus to get the headshot. Now we see Sleepy on the other side. I just missed it. Sleepy and Cleric push through into Arcade. It's going to be another fight. Solo winning it. TBG Dog also getting dropped, but Basil with a nice wallbang headshot with the Taurus, and now it's a 1 versus 2. Spectral in hand. Almost finding the wallbang damage there. Faded is going to rotate back around to B. Looks like he's going to do his final stand here in the connector. In the boiler. Strategically, this positioning is very solid, being that it's positioned right in between both bomb sites and allows you to quickly see into the other bomb site. As the audio cue comes in, he's going to be aware it's a B play. But because of how strong of a position this is, the wall gets blown. The coordinate finds the headshot on the Cleric, but still getting picked off by Basil through the hole in the wall and is not able to find it as Basil shuts it down, and that is going to be a map win. Clean 7-0 sweep for Team Wicked here on Hideout. And it looks like it's just going to be about the rounds as we move our way over to Skyscraper here for map 3. What a performance. Absolutely shutting it down on Hideout. There's a look at Team Wicked. TBG Dog this time with 11 kills, 9 kills there on the side of Sleepy. Very strong performances from both of them. And again, same story. SKS not necessarily getting the opportunity to get the ball rolling. Not able to put those big numbers up because they weren't able to find the momentum. They weren't able to get any map control or any economic control of the map there on Hideout. So as we go to map 3. It is going to be just for round wins. Every round win does matter here in VRML. Team Wicked have officially won the series, so they are going to go up to 2-1-1 with 1 draw on the record, while SKS KAM will drop down to 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses. Not sure if they have any challenge matches there. One thing I think we can edit with the score. If you look at the bottom, you see under SKS's team right underneath me here. See, they are ranked number 25 before this match anyway, and they have a scoreline of 2-1. That's 2 wins, 1 losses. I would like to see 2-1 and 0 if they have any draws, or if there's draws, because I know for a fact, if you look over there, Team Wicked are 1-1-1 with the draw, as we are going to be ready to go underway here on Skyscraper. SKS to start out on the defense. Let's see if they can get some momentum. Skyscraper statistically shown so far, I believe, to be our most defender-favored map. Here in the 4th week, we're still waiting for all the analytics to come through, but I believe so far this is the way the trend is going. So this is the perfect opportunity for SKS to get off to a good start and start to put some rounds on the board. Start fighting back. So far, it's been a dominant performance from Wicked, and that elo shift from this match is going to be pretty drastic, to say the least, unless SKS can start stringing a few together here. This is map 3, 10 seconds to get underway. A couple of healing syringes and a frag grenade. Whereas in the attack, we see a breaching foam, 2 stims, and 1 frag grenade as well. Let's go on board with the attack of Team Wicked as we see a courtyard play here. Cleric and Khan actually looks like they're shifting back around towards the vent side of the map, and Sleepy Penguin to lead the charge for his team. Like the audio cues there as Nighttide rushes over to defend with Simon. And Raunoke tucked into the hallway. We have a crossfire. Raunoke gets spotted, and what a headshot from Sleepy to open things up. Nighttide with a beautiful nade, but it gets caught on the staircase. So unfortunate. That for sure would have caught at least a little bit of chip damage if it managed to get up over that step and around the corner. But that's the way it goes. You see Solo also getting dropped on the back line from Cleric, I believe it was. And already off to a good start here on Skyscraper is Team Wicked as they all drop down at the same time, trying to find the aggression, but Nighttide is there and ready on some corner as he finds some more aggression. But Khan, the bullets go flying back and forth, and it's Khan to come out on top as Faded manages to find Cleric. A bit of a botch nade there as Fade is going to have to back up, but it does stifle the aggression, and he's in a 1... Oh, I missed it. I was going to say he's in a 1v3, and I went to the completely wrong person. So we didn't catch the replay there. Fortunate for SKS. Wicked is going to get off to this good start here with the pistol round, and that is going to give them a bit of an economic advantage here for round 2. Unfortunate. Fortunate to say the least. You know, it's shown in the scoreline to be completely dominant, but if you look at the action in these rounds, it's not completely dominant. You're not seeing flawless rounds almost ever. There have been a couple, but Team Wicked are having a scrap here with Team SKS. You know, they're showing some stuff. The scoreline may not be representative of it, but they are putting some numbers up. They're getting some kills. You know, they're not getting completely rolled over here. Just coming up just a bit short at these small margins, and it's turning out to be the difference maker. And once again, we are seeing Team Wicked. They seem to favor this triple Vezin buy. Buying 3 rifles in on this second round is a bit of a risky business buy, because if you have a bit of a scrappy second round and you lose even just 3 members, if you win with only 2 alive, you might not get a full buy here on second round, but they do seem confident. We're going to see a quick vent drop. They seem confident to be able to take these rounds cleanly. We're seeing a drone come out. Sleepy once again. Solo getting spotted, but finding a little bit of damage there on a TBG dog who has the health syringe. His live thing's getting spotted, but he's aware TBG dog is there, but TBG dog finds the headshot. Khan getting into a bit of a battle here on the hallway. All 5 members here for Team Wicked. This is going to be the aggression coming through. Looks like SKS choosing to fall back. Khan pushes his way forward. Nightfire. Oh, TBG Dog finds Faded at the end of the hallway. And he finds Raunoke in the A bomb site. And coming around the corner, and Nighttide just caught between a rock and a hard place. And Salty in a 1v5 isn't going to be able to find anything there. Clean round for the side of Wicked there. Going up 2-0. Flawless round. So they will manage to take all 3 of those rifles in the 3rd round. This is going to be the first gun round. You see 4 rifles bought up for SKS already. And looks like once again Nighttide going to be that dedicated attachment buddy. Saying, give me your guns. I will give you the attachments. So here with the first gun round, this is, again, a bit of do or die. You want to see SKS put some rounds on the board. You got to win this one here. Although Team Wicked have a lot of money saved up in the bank. So you're going to have to win this one. And then Wicked's probably going to be able to buy at least 4 rifles going into the next round. You're going to have to win another tough gun round. And then maybe you will break the economy. Get yourself an easy-ish. Nothing's easy when you're up against Team Wicked. But an easier time in the 5th round. Which will give you a 3-2 scoreline going into the final round here. I'm theory crafting a bit too heavily. But again, just trying to imagine what it is that Team SKS needs to do to get back into this map. Khan and Cleric going to push into the lounge side as TBG Dog's already worked his way in from the other side. And it's going to be the crunch as the fight comes down the hallway. Raunoke finds the first one. So that's the start that they need. His position is pinged out, though. He is a bit stuck in this position. Nowhere to go. He's going to have to fight it out. 4 members of Team Wicked remaining. All of them there. The nade. He gets out just in time to survive the nade. 15 points of health, and he does manage to get around the corner. And now it's a 3v5. So some signs of life here. As we're seeing a rotation. Balsamaz outside going upstairs. 2 remaining members of Wicked still in this room over here. As Khan is going to get aggressive in the hallway. Oh, and it's just missed it there as Sleepy gets caught by Solo on the flank. Now Khan turning around trying to trade it. Faded on the staircase, though. If he pushes through, he will be caught in a crossfire there. Beautiful. Oh, no. Oh, the EMP almost went off the map there. Off the... not to worry. It does come back. And Balsamaz comes around the corner and finds the first one. He is aware that Solo is here. Looking for Solo. He finds him. And gets the headshot with the spray down. Beautiful. Beautiful shot there from Basil. I keep calling him Balsamaz. It's Basil, right? Basil. So it's going to be Khan versus Raunoke to open this up. If Khan manages to find this headshot, that's going to bring this round back to a 2v2, stifling the momentum that SKS have built so far. Those 2 kills from Basil already giving them a fighting chance here. And it is going to be the headshot from Khan. Simon manages to trade it out, though. Rotating around. It's a 2v1 now. As Khan finds Salty rotating around in 1v1. I'm not sure if he's aware. It's going to be Nighttide flanking behind. Is he aware? EMP is on the wall. If he tries to stick the plant. Oh, shooting through the wall and not able to find it. Khan turns around and a nice little 2 versus 5 comeback. Team Wicked. Show that. It doesn't matter. 5v2. We're still a threat. Unfortunately, Nighttide opting to try to spam some shots through the wall, which seems to be impenetrable there. That's what I'm talking about. The margin was so small. They came so close as I almost tore some of my hair out. In frustration, I wanted to see SKS get a little bit of momentum rolling there. Show us a little bit of back and forth, but coming up just short. If only Simon had managed to get out of the bomb site and survived long enough to give his teammate time to crunch in from behind. Taking advantage of that 2 versus 1. They could have easily closed that out. Props to Basil. Props to Basil for making that round possible. I believe it was Khan that closed it out, but Basil, when they were in a 2 versus 5, managing to rotate through and find the opening picks onto Faded and Solo, bringing it from a 2v5 to a 2v3, which they then executed flawlessly as we get into our 4th round here. SKS are going to force buy into this round with not a lot to work with. A couple of SMGs and an Oral. Whereas, as we know, Team Wicked, of course, with everything they need. Fight comes into the screen room. It's going to be Faded here to defend. Solo gets picked off first. There is Faded. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Finds a headshot onto Khan. Turns around looking for Basil. Gonna call him Salsa now. But Basil winning that one out now. It's a 3 versus 3. Salty. Gonna be the first line of defense. He does have an SMG, although he is opting to use the pistol for that long-range fight. We're gonna have to see him put up some numbers for them to win this round, whereas both his teammates have nothing but pistols to work with. See round okay with the Cyclone in hand. We've talked about it in previous casts. The Cyclone seeing some balance adjustments. Triangle Factory deciding it was a little bit too strong for a pistol. With that fully automatic damage numbers competing with some of the SMGs. That nade is good. Roundoke is going to be forced out of position and instantly taken to the head, getting taken out by Sleepy. And now it's all down to Salty in a 1 versus 3. He's got the RCP in hand, though. If anybody can do it out of these 3, it's going to be Salty. He put up some numbers on the previous maps. Not able to find much so far here, but he finds the first headshot on to Basil. No stim in hand. He's looking for the stim from the teammate. He does find the rifle. 1 versus 2. Quickly working his way down to this hallway. That's going to give some audio cue to the 2 remaining members. Wicked Esports. They're looking for the clean 7-0. Every round counts here in VRML. They don't want to give SKS anything. So it's going to be a tough task as the crossfire is set up and Sleepy finds it on to Salty. I pressed the wrong button there. It is going to be Wicked going up 4-0. The tear of dominance continues. Team Wicked showing us that we do not belong down here at rank number 25. As the connoisseur votes have predicted, we are on our way to the top. We want to be a contender, fighting for that rank number 1 spot, and they're putting their money where their mouth is today. I'll say that much. It's been a dominant performance so far. 7-1 there on Factory, 7-0 on Hideout, and so far another clean sweep here on Skyscraper. We're going to see another force buy from SKS. It looks like they are going to buy out for the remainder of this map. Probably the best move. You got to take every opportunity you can to put some rounds on the board, but there's not a lot of opportunity being given up by Team Wicked. See 4 members now ready to stack their way in through this vent side again. This time choosing to go down the stairs. As we see Basil, let's go check out what Basil is doing on the lurk, quickly flashing into this bottom bomb site, while the rest of the team on board with the drone here is Sleepy. Pushes forward, trying to spot any of these roaming members. I don't know if he saw Faded there on the stairs. He's going to see him now for sure, but he did not see, and this is going to come importantly, Night Tide hiding down here behind the boxes. Faded tries to rotate out of that position, which was pinged out. Getting spotted, and Night Tide, oh, but he gets picked off. I guess they predicted that Faded might have rotated here. Now, Faded has rotated back, and it's a 5v4 man advantage for Team Wicked as we see 3 members working into this top floor, perhaps going for a hatch play here. Camo comes in. Yeah, I think they are going for the hatch. Hatches, I should say. Basil on the roam manages to find Faded, and they're quickly going to go down the staircase as Roundoke is there to defend, but he's caught between the roamer, Basil, and 3 members on the attack. They are going to foam up this B wall. Nobody home to defend. It's just Salty and Solo left. Looks like they had a heavy roam set up. Now it's just Salty. And the roam isn't going to work out for them. Another clean round from Team Wicked. This one completely flawless. All 5 remaining members alive. And the terror continues. 5-0. It's tough. I don't know what SKS can do. They're kind of stuck force buying every round, just desperately trying to claw their way to getting that first round on the board to hopefully push the momentum in their favor. But you can tell Wicked are hungry for another 7-0 sweep. They want to take the whole scoreline to 21-1. That is the best they can do. If you look at the top of the screen, you see the map scores. First map being Factory. Second map, Hideout. And here now on Skyscraper, 5-0. So far, they want to get that 7-0, which would make the total series scoreline 21-1. Take a look at the defenders to see what kind of setup they run here. Whoops, these are the attackers. What am I doing? Not a lot of defense of utility to work with, so let's go on board with Team Wicked now. As they once again, you know what else would be great? If there's any from Triangle Factory, first of all, thank you, Trent, for making such an awesome game. But what I was thinking is, if in this third-person view, if I could just zoom in and out somehow. Round okay, getting things started off by finding the first pick on a TBG dog. Bit of a nade coming through there, clearing out this vent side, and the flashes come through. It's all 4 members of Team Wicked here on this vent side. Drone coming through. And the defense ready to defend. Faded. Tucked in behind this box here. Listening to the audio cue, trying to find a timing. Find the headshot here. Shotgun blast, taking out the drone. Solo getting caught out. Down to 3 points of health now. And the wall gets blown and the pressure comes in. Faded now stuck behind this corner. He's not going to find the headshot, but Salty pushing around the backside. Finds one. And the shotgun comes through and finds another. And Salty finds the third. And that's it. SKS managed to get their first round on the board just like that. Beautifully done there from the quarter. The collapse, the aggression all came through to the vents and the pressure from all sides. As Raunoke coming to back up his teammate through the door in the back. You see him in the replay there. Catches, because Solo, what was it, Solo? I'm sorry, not Solo. Simon there was getting pinched. And they managed to fight their way out of that one. It was scrappy, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. Those margins are small. And this time, SKS finally managing to come out on top. That's what you want to see if you're an SKS fan. A little bit of signs of life. A little bit of momentum. Stopped the 7-0 sweep, but you could tell Team Wicked really wanted that clean sweep. So beautifully done from SKS. That's exactly what we want to see here. And now, if you want a chance at winning the map, you can't win the series, but you can still take a map. You got to win the rest of the rounds here on the attack. But it all starts with the pistol. 1 round at a time as we see all 5 members of SKS stacked up outside this. Oh, and TBG Dog getting things started off, and he's going to see another one swinging in as the collapse comes. Khan trying to back TBG Dog up, rotating around, finding another. Spamming those shots around, and that's it. Sleepy there to back him up. Down to 2v3 now. Night Tide. Sleepy finally does go down, and now it's Basil. And Cleric left to defend. The Nightfire comes through with the aggression, but the crossfire between Basil and Cleric is strong. Now it's just Salty, who has snuck his way in. I don't think they're aware that he's here. See the spam through the wall coming through. Salty gonna find the first one, turns for the second, and no, it's Basil coming out on top. Pinged the headshot. It was so close. But Team Wicked continue their reign of terror, going up 6-1, and it's map point. So close. So close to taking the pistol. Taking their second round of the map. Third round of the entire series. And now it's going to be difficult. They're going to have to force buy everything they can because you can't lose another round or the series is over. The epitome of the phrase, backs to the wall. Pressure is on. Nowhere to go now but up if you're SKS. Well, I guess there's one more step down. But besides that, nowhere else to go but up. Every round they managed to put on the board here is more elo. Or should I say less elo lost. as the series, like we've said, already going the way of Wicked. But the map, technically not over. Now you lost the pistol, but if you manage to, if you manage to win the rest of the, oh, Sleepy with a nice two-piece with the shotgun, getting traded out by Salty, but Khan on the backside here, managing to find 2 more. Now it's just Salty, 1 versus 4, RCP in hand. We've seen Simon put up some plays here with the RCP, but the aggression comes through. TBG are not aware of the positioning, and the double aggression not paying off, as Salty manages to work it down to a 1 versus 2 and find some damage there onto Cleric. Now he needs to find a healing syringe. He manages to find the rifle. There's the syringe. Oh, picks up the rifle. 1 versus 2 now. He has everything he needs. Needs a little bit of time to let that health tick back up to full. Rifle in hand. 2 minutes on the clock. He's got everything but the EMP, which he looks like he is going to pick up. There we go. That's going to have to be the 1v2. Finds the first headshot on to Basil. Now it's just Cleric to defend. Salty seems aware. He's coming through this connector. Sees him and gets the headshot. And just like that, SKS put their second round on the board with a beautiful 1 versus 4 clutch from Simon. Absolutely beautiful performance for him. Going up 10-6 here today. Take a look at the scoreboard. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong button there. Sorry. That's a double replay. We're getting a replay of the replay. In case you missed it, just wanted to show it to you again. Oh no, what did I do? Did I break it? I broke it. Come on. Please, let's go to post game. And let's go back into round 3. Pushing the wrong button. But take a look at the scoreboard here. Simon putting up some numbers there with that RCP. Going up 10-6 now. And just like that, a little bit of momentum now. That's what SKS needs. And look at the money. Team Wicked not able to buy. So you're finally getting that slightly easier round because they invested so heavily into that last round. And now you might start to see SKS string a couple together. Showing everybody that despite the scoreline, the margins between these two teams are not quite as drastic as the scores might predict. We see the drone coming and causing some problems. Sleepy managing to find Sholo there in the red room. The drone finally gets taken out, and it's going to be Simon finding a pick, long pick down the hallway. On Khan picks up round okay. But it was TBG Dog on the long haul getting peeled off by Simon, going up to 11 kills now for him. Let's go on board with Simon as he rotates back around. Actually, I don't want to miss the action as Night Tide has pushed his way in with the shotgun. Finds Sleepy, but oh no, the nade was good. Sleepy with the kamikaze nade strat, and it's now just faded. Find Khan in the vent room. And Salty trying to work back in through the red room to pick up that EMP. Supported by Faded. It looks like they still think somebody is in this red room. He is going to pick up the EMP off of the pressure of that nade, and now it's a 2 versus 2. A little bit of blind fire from Faded here. Tosses an RCP over to Salty. We've seen how valuable that is, but trying to blind the opponent here with a little bit of breaching foam. Bit of a distraction. Saying, hey, look at me, while Simon sneaks his way in through the red room. Bit of control. Now let's see. It is Basil and Cleric to defend. Basil tucked in behind this box, and Cleric tucked in the bomb side. The audio cue comes through. Looks like Faded is going to draw a heart with the breaching foam on this wall. Says, I love breachers, because I love breaching. And Basil is going to get aggressive and find the headshot, but traded by Salty. And now it's all down to Simon. We've shown how strong he is in the clutch, just barely missing the head of Cleric and not able to find it, and he gets it. And just like that, SKS got their 3rd round of the map on the board. Stringing a few together. Brilliant. Brilliant. Simon showing that he is confident in the clutch. No teammates, no problem. And once again, Team Wicked not having enough money to fully invest into this round. So, inching ever closer to tying up this map is Team SKS. Now, that one was down to the wire despite being a save round from Team Wicked. So, the tricky round isn't going to be this round. It's going to be the next round where I'm guessing Team Wicked will be able to buy a lot more weaponry. But they've got the momentum now in their favor. Let's see what they can do. As Night Tide with the shotgun in hand is going to drone in for his team. Checking the stairs. Spots Basil. Spotting Basil with the ping coming out. Looks like he is going to jiggle, but Salty wisely checks the other way. As Basil was just distracting the drone, and Khan tries to get aggressive on the other side, also getting picked off. And now 4 members here from SKS. Once again, finding their momentum. 5-3 man advantage now as that drone is going to run out. They catch Cleric crossing, but not quite able to finish it off, as now that's going to be the cue for the aggression to come in. Oh no, a bit of a friendly fire there. Solo, unfortunately, shoots Raunoke in the face after Raunoke finds that kill. But Solo, not realizing Basil is here. Basil with nothing but a pistol to his name, managed to get his hands on a Vezin. And that's a 1v2. Finds the first one. It's just Simon. Once again, put in the clutch, and Simon clutches it for the 3rd time in a row. Oh my goodness, this guy. Whew. Got me on the edge of my seat. That was brutal because he had started to plant the EMP. So his position was given away to the enemy. My heart was racing. I was so scared for Simon there, knowing that Cleric was going to come around pre-firing that corner. It's Cleric or Basil. It was one of the two. But Simon wisely choosing to peek out, take the off angle, and finds the headshot. Once again, clutching up for his team. Man, we got to keep our eyes on this Simon guy. Look at him, 15-6 on the scoreboard now. Tied with Basil for the top frag. And that's not as easy to do when you're on the losing team with haven't had as much momentum to work with. But perhaps a little bit easier when your teammates aren't stealing as many of your kills. So 2 different sides to that coin to look at. And let's go on board with the defenders. And well, yeah, as I predicted, now we're going to see a full buy coming out from Wicked here into this round. Shotgun on the hands of Sleepy, who is going to play this staircase here. Everyone else with the Vezin in hand. Night Tide once again going to drone in for his team. Pressure comes into the radio room. Looks like they're taking control of the upper floor. Faded there, catching the aggression from Khan. It looks like Khan tried to get aggressive out the window, but we're not going to see much. Where is Faded? There he is. Is he? Yeah, aggressive out the window. Getting punished. Sleepy managing to find an opening pick for his team. Now down to a 4v4 as he rotates back around and gets a crossfire going into the bathroom. Now he's managed to upgrade from a shotgun to a rifle. Tosses that rifle over to his teammate. He decides he wants to use the shotgun. Gotta respect. Let's go on board with the progression into this bathroom. Oh, missing the shot as Cleric shuts it down. And now a 3v4. As Cleric finds another one. It's just Raunoke and Simon. Unfortunately, I just missed it. Simon getting dropped by TVG Dog. And now it's just Raunoke. And just like that, that's going to do it. Map point going over to Team Wicked with a scoreline up 7-4 here on Skyscraper. And once again, yeah, we got a little bit of a transition glitch. Let me try. Let's try that again there. We're working on the assets. Looks like we just need a little bit of an adjustment with the timing to allow some room for that replay. If my production crew is watching, it's almost there. It's right there. It's getting real close. But that is going to wrap up the series. The total scoreline of 21 rounds to 5. And yeah, SKS managing to find a little bit of momentum there in map 3. Look at the scoreboard. Simon coming up huge with a massive 1 versus 4 clutch. Might even have been the ace. I'm not sure if he got the opening kill there, but Brilliant. And then coming in clutch again, time and time. It was like 3 out of 4 rounds he clutched up for his team. Awesome to see. And Basil and Schleepy once again putting up some huge numbers. Schleepy putting up great numbers on all 3 maps. Really great showcase. Shout outs once again to the sponsors of the stream. We've got ProTube, HyperX, and Triangle Factory. Thank you all so much for supporting VRML here. We love you guys. And that's going to be the show for tonight. I got to go get ready for my match, which is starting in about 40 minutes, minus the 3-minute delay. That's 35 minutes-ish from now. So if you guys want to see that, it is Ultraviolent versus Laughingstock, I believe it is, here on this same channel. Take a look at that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got Jay, Bass, Durkay, Sunflower, Stanky, Streamlabs, I'm sure that's a bot. All of you guys, the Getchman, 70, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys had a great time watching this awesome match of Breachers here with me. Once again, my name has been Filibust, is Filibust, remains Filibust, will always be Filibust. I've been your host for the evening, and that's it for me. Catch you guys next time. Stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already.
Pre-season of VRML Breachers is brought to you by Triangle Factory, HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, and VRware.net.